y'all, and welcome to my channel, Joyful Journeys. Today we have a new kind of video, some new content. I am going to do a makeup tutorial, or at least what I do when I put my makeup on every day. So you guys had suggested it before, so we're going to start with that video today. I also have some Temu videos that I'm going to do also, and possibly Shein if I have time. But anyway, thank you guys for coming in. And for those of you who have already subscribed, welcome back. And if you haven't subscribed and you like my content, please, please, please subscribe and like. I am about 150 subscribers away from 500 on YouTube. And I'm so excited to reach that milestone. So any of you that can help me out with that, I sure would appreciate it. So anyway, let's get started. I have my two makeup cases. This one is for all my eye makeup. And then we have this one that has most of my brushes, foundation, powder, primer, and things like that in it. So that's the one we'll need first. But the first thing I do is, and I got this from Temu, is I use this cream as a base before I put any of my makeup on. And it's made by Science Quantity. But anyway, it's called Neck Firming Chest, Neck, and Face Cream. So I just take just a little bit and just rub it on my face just to get some smoothness there. It does help with the application of the makeup and also firms up your skin a little. And that's never a bad thing. So just rub this on. And if you can see, last night I colored my hair, so I hope I got all the stain off my face. I hope I did. But anyway, oh, and a while back I hauled some little plastic things that you put on your ears that have elastic around them, and they were great. And trying to color my hair last night, there was not a mess all over my ears to scrub off. It didn't get in my ears, and I wore it until I took it off my hair. I wore them while I washed it off my hair. So they were so helpful, and I think I got 10 of them for $1. So I'll find a screenshot of it and I'll put it up on the video, and I'll also put up my Temu referral code in case there's anything that you guys would like to look at and I have a lot of Temu products in my makeup kits. So now that we got that on, let's go to the next thing. We'll open up the pink case, and here we have, I've got this case from Temu too, and I hope you guys can see me well. I've tried to turn some lights on, and I don't know what happened to my filming equipment. I realized the last time I did a video that I don't know what happened to it, if it got thrown away, if it's put somewhere. I don't know. So I had to buy some new stuff, but the new light is coming today, but I wanted to go ahead and get this done. So I hope you guys can see me okay. So the next thing is we want to use this makeup base, and it has green, peach, and purple in it. And I got this from Temu too. It's made by a company called Tuz, T-U-Z, and it does help level out, you know, because all of us have different patches of skin that's different colors. So this helps level it out and helps your makeup look better. So I use just a little bit of that, and you can see just a little like dot. You just need a little bit. You don't want your face so slick that your makeup looks weird. So just a little. You rub it all over your eyelids, everywhere. So I hope you guys have been well. We've been having some really nice weather here in North Carolina. Some 70s and some short sleeves. We had to turn on the AC in my room because my room is the hottest room in the house and I cannot sleep. I mean, I don't mind it being like Arctic 55 while I'm sleeping, but I do mind it being over 70. I just can't sleep. So the next thing I have is, where is the other little thing that I just got recently? And I got it from Shein. That's not it. But it is some primer and it is really soft and smooth. And I really love it. It's made by a company called May Cheer Soft and Moist Smooth Out Cream. So here's what it looks like. And you open it up. It does not have a smell to it. And it is like butter. Not greasy butter, but soft, creamy butter. You just put it on your face to help as a primer to hold that makeup on all day so you don't have to keep going back and mess with your makeup, because believe me, when I'm doing my daily activities, I don't have time to worry with my makeup or how my hair looks or anything like that. So here we go. All right, so now we got that on. Now we'll start with actual makeup. And I've bought several different kinds of these. This one says Snail Collagen CC Cream, made by that same company, TUZ. And here's what it looks like. And it comes in these little, you can see it's a liquidy type of thing, and you just push your brush, or it comes with one of these things, a little mushroom head thing. If you just push your brush in there, the foundation will pop up. And I use these things all the time. I love it. It's just like putting a cream on your face that's foundation. So I always I've tried different kinds, but just make sure you are, like, I tried the ivory one and my face is really too dark for that. So I always get the natural. But see, you just push your brush down in there and some will pop up, and just rub some on your face here and there. Not too much. You don't want to look overdone, like somebody spray painted it on. So it's a little bit. So it is Monday here, and it's a little overcast. We are expecting rain showers, but I have my back door open here where I'm sitting to get some fresh air because it feels so nice. So you guys will have to tell me what the weather's like where you are. Look at that, I'm getting it in my hair. All right, so just take your brush and smooth it out. Just kind of do it in circles. Make sure you get all the little valleys there. Now, and once you've done that, then you want to add a little bit of glow and dew to your skin. So the next thing I do is I use this stuff that I got from Temu. It's called Party Queen Liquid Glow. And here's what it looks like. This is the shine color. I also have some of the moonstone color, I think. Trying to find it. What is this? Yeah, the moonstone. So they do have several different colors, some rosy, some gold, but I just like a little bit of shine. So today we're going to use the shine, and also at the same time I get out my concealer, and this is made by SHAQINHO, and I got this as a free gift from Temu Circle. So here's what I do with it. I just take the bottle of highlighter, put a little bit on each cheek, right in your where your cheekbones are, and then a little bit on your forehead between your eyes, a little bit on each side of your nose, a little bit under your nose, and a little bit on your chin. And then I don't like to use a lot of concealer because it starts to look heavy, but I want to cover up my under eye circles. I'm going to get some more of this. Just about out. So just put some here. And I have one little brown spot right here that I want to cover up. Well, this one too. So we'll put one there. And then take your brush again. You can use a different one if you choose, but I use the same one that I used for my foundation. And just kind of smooth that out. Kind of do the rounded circles on your cheeks. And on your chin. Get this eye. All right, so now we got our base on. So that we've got some blemishes covered, a little bit of dark circles covered. And now let's set it up with some Cheer powder that I got from Temu. This is probably my second or third compact. And I always buy these two because usually my little puff starts to look dirty before I use all the powder. So, and let's see. This thing was $1.44 for maybe like, it had 3 pieces in it when I started out. So, and I think these little powder things are $3 or $4. But just pat it on your face. And also, if you guys have any makeup tips that you can offer me when you see what I'm doing here, I would be so glad to hear them. I'm always interested in learning about anything that can improve me, or, you know, we got to improve ourselves all the time, right? Every day. It's got to be better than yesterday. So, and what did we learn from Schoolhouse Rock? Knowledge is power, right? So now we've got the powder on, and we're going to move this particular case out of the way and bring in the case with the eye stuff, which I also got from Temu. It's getting a little worse for wear because I've got it stuffed full of things. But so first thing is I use these for my eyebrows and any stray hairs you might find. You know, ladies, after menopause, we get those crazy little hairs. So, oh, I see a spot I missed. So I just take it. It has the little razor on it. Just kind of go over that spot. Make sure that everything is good. So, yeah. And then the first thing we want to do is use some eyeshadow primer, especially if you're going to use something with glitter in it and you don't want it to get all in your eyes. So this is something called Glow Primer. It's made by TWG, which I also got from Temu. I've probably had this tube for 8 or 9 months and barely used any at all because all you use is this much each time. One little dot there, one little dot there, and that's all you need. Now, just rub that in. Let it sit just a minute to dry well. And then, so let's decide what colors we're going to use today. I have, so depending on what I'm wearing, I usually try to do something different. So I have a purple, I have a blue, I have some shimmery purple, which is my favorite. So maybe we'll use some of that and maybe some of this one, which I got from Shein. And it is a silvery color. They call it Shining Butterfly. And I got this from Temu. It's called Diamond Chameleon, made by Rico Lovers. And it's just an eyeshadow. And I keep buying this color because it's my favorite. As you can see, I've used a lot of it. I have another one back there. So when I run out completely, I have one ready to open. But let's just try something a little different because we're doing a video, right? Let's try some of this purple first. Just a little bit. It is going to be shiny. So let's just put a little line across there with the darker purple on each eye. Gives it a little glitter. Make our little wings. All right, so that is a bit wet. Let me get a bit, just a minute to dry. And if you guys can see, I have this little white bump on this eyelid, and the only way I can get it to go away is stick a pin in it, and it just comes off. I have no idea what it is, but I hate sticking a pin in my eye, so it takes me a long time to convince myself to get rid of it. But anyway, in case you were wondering. All right, so I think it's dry enough. So the next thing we'll do is just get a little eyeshadow brush and get a little bit of this chameleon purple and just put it over top of the other stuff, and right there in the middle of our eye, leave the space underneath your eyebrow so you can put a different color there. Give it some depth. All right, so I've heard the Twisted Gypsy say about doing eyes that your eyes don't have to be identical, but they do have to be sisters. So we want to kind of make it look the same on both sides. Get some symmetry. All right, so we got that one there. And let's try some of the silver color. And we'll go right under the eyebrow with that. It's right under. So we got some shine there. All right. So after we do that, just take a little bit more and just sort of put it over the two purples just to give it that extra depth of shine. And then the next thing I like to do, and this thing is so cheap, but it is so fabulous if I can get it out. It's so short. It gets caught down in my little box here. But here it is. It's just a blender, right? So let me get my rag, make sure I don't have anything dark on here. And all right, so just blend it. Blend it all together. Now, and that's it for the eyeshadow. Now, the next thing I usually do is put a little bit on my eyebrows because I like to shave them because they get kind of wild. And I have several different eyebrow things that I use. No, that's not it. I can't find it, guys. One of them is a little darker than this one. And sometimes I use that, but I don't know. I think it's, I don't know, kind of harsh looking on me. So we'll just use this one. It has two ends. One is like a felt pen that you can draw them on. And this is just like a cream type of stuff. So just put a little bit. Just fill in where I already have eyebrows so that they have a little color, because I'm getting older and we got some gray girls, but that's okay. Just makes us wiser, right? So now that we're done with that, let's do some eyeliner. And I love this one. I got this from Temu. I have several. It's made by Fun Park, and it's called Slender Quick Drying Eyeliner in color number 8. And it's a purple eyeliner with like a felt pen. So I'm going to move this a little closer. Just kind of imagine where the outside of my eye is. Start there, but I'm making a mess, as you can see. All right. I have to touch that one up a little bit. But let's see. People say, my girlfriends that have watched me put on makeup always tell me that, girl, I don't know how you do it like that. I just gotten used to usually holding a mirror and putting eyeliner on with the other hand, because I can just see better that way. But there we go. We got the eyeliner on. It's a little line of purple, a little thicker toward the inside or the outside of the eye, a little thinner toward the inside to give your eyes a little more shape. All right, so that's dry. Let's do some under the eye. And for this, I'm going to use a black. It's made by DV, which says Davis. It's a waterproof protection lip and eyeliner pencil. Now, I'm not going to need this for my lip because it's black, but it'd be okay if I were going to, dress up for Halloween or whatever. But I'm going to use this under my eye. Just a little. Just a little. And I don't know why I'm not like most people. I cannot pull my eye down and do eyeliner. I always stick it in my eye. So usually I have to fix it afterwards instead of holding it the proper way the first time. Let me get a little paper towel. Dab on my little mistakes. All right. So there we go. So the only thing left to do on the eyes now is my mascara, but that's always my last step. So the next thing I want to do is get my other case and, do my cheeks. All right, so I use several products for that. And the first thing, I don't want to block the camera, is this. It's a chameleon highlighter stick. This is color number 5. I don't know what color that is exactly, but here's what it looks like. It's kind of a dusty rose. So I just take it and I just put a little on my cheek, right on the apple here and on my cheekbone. And then, let's see, is this the other one? One. Gotta find it, guys. Nope. Here it is. So I have 2 blush colors. This one is number 4, which it doesn't tell me what color, but it's like a darker reddish purple color. And I just use a little dot right here at the top of my cheekbone. And then I have this color. It's rose. It's a light pink. And I just use it on the apples of my cheeks. And then I just take me a kind of a stiff brush, got this one, and just sort of rub it in, kind of use round circle motions, wax on, wax off. You remember that? So once you got that done, and then maybe take it and rub it in a little bit with your hands. All right. And then the last step for face makeup, besides the mascara, is some setting powder. And this says e.l.f., which I love e.l.f., but I just keep this container because I have this that I bought from Walmart, and it's called translucent baking powder. And I just pour a little bit in my container at a time because I've had too many spills and had to buy too much makeup. So just a little at a time. You guys can see. Then take your brush. You want a big soft brush for your setting powder. And just kind of go over your face with it. Make sure you tip the excess off the brush before you put it on your face so it doesn't go on cakey. All right, and there's that. So then that just leaves the mascara. Oh, so let's put that on. So the other thing I want to talk to you guys about while I'm putting this mascara on is the case of Chris Watts. All right. I have followed the story ever since it happened. I've watched everything about it. And then recently the story has come back out that Chris is talking about his mistress, Nicole, that somehow she was involved or she knew. And there's, the police have released videos of her in the house on the Ring camera. And, I don't know, this story just really tears at me. I was watching the Netflix story last night and I was thinking to myself, yeah, she could have had something to do with it, and she does need to pay for her part in it. But he still did it. He still threw those little babies in an oil well. I mean, what kind of person does that? And watching the Netflix story last night, and I really paid attention to his face whenever this was all first going down, and they had him on camera in the house, and the neighbors were like, this dude is not acting right, something is not right. And her friends knew something wasn't right because this was totally not like her. And it just leaves me kind of outraged that this guy decided that after he does this to his pregnant wife and his babies, that he's going to write books, talk about how he's gotten religion, which is great and fine, but that does not absolve you from what you did. And you're trying to make money off of books and lay the blame off on someone else. I mean, maybe she does deserve some blame, but who deserves the real blame? Him. I don't know. It's had me so upset. That thing and the particular thing about Casey Anthony on TikTok. I listened to the story with Nancy Grace, and she really tore her a new one. So that was interesting to listen to, and that's the only way I know what Casey was talking about, because I would not take my time and give her a like or a watch that she's going to make money off of to see what she has to say. But, Nancy Grace put it out there for us that she's going to be a legal advocate because of being thrust into the spotlight in 2018 the way she was. So now she's an advocate for the LGBT community and herself and her daughter. Well, Why couldn't you be an advocate for your daughter and keep her alive and be a good mother, or let someone who would care about her take care of her? I mean, I don't know. I've ranted enough and I'm sorry. I just wanted to get that out there. If you guys have any opinion on that, I'd also like to hear your opinion too. But anyway, let's get back to the makeup. I have this. I think I got this from Shein. It's called QIC Volume Mascara Curly Lashes, and I always get mine in black. This one is kind of a liquidy one. Some of them are thicker, but this one's kind of liquidy, so gotta be a little careful. And I don't do the fake eyelashes. I never have. I just can't have something fluttering around in my vision all day. So just a little on the top. I went on my rant about Chris Watts. I made Dallas leave the room because he knows that Mama be getting into those crime stories. But that one in particular, I don't know. It's just gut wrenching, I guess. And just to see the faces of those babies and hearing his wife talk about he's the best thing that happened to her and how fabulous she was, and he was, and she was second guessing herself about how she had treated him and why they were fighting, when the whole time it was just because he was screwing around. And I don't know. Every time I see his face, it makes me a little sick to my stomach. But now that we got the mascara on, let's just put a little lipstick on just for a little shine. Let me see. Here is my lipstick makeup bag with the poison apples. And I have some, this is called Lip Essence Pinky Focus. And it's sort of a liquidy kind of, this one is colored, but some of the other ones I have are not. So usually I put this on first. I'm going to have it everywhere. Putting it on while I'm talking. It's a little base. It makes your lips soft and smooth. So I do that. And then I've got my glitter lip gloss. I love this blue color. This is my favorite one. And of course it doesn't look blue when you put it on, but just put a little bit and just a little color added. So what color should we pick today, guys? I don't know. I want to do that one. How about, let's see what this is. Oh, some glittery purple. Let's do this one. And I'm pretty sure this one came from Timo too, which, like I said, most of these do. And I know a lot of people do lip liner. I just end up rubbing at it and smearing it. So I don't do that. But anyway. All right. So we are all finished now. And that's my makeup routine, what I do every day before I put on makeup. The only thing different is the color eyeshadow I wear. So if you have any comments, please comment. Tips, I'm totally open for those tips. And anything that you want to say, just holler at me. I'm always happy to hear from y'all. So just take care of each other. Be kind and stay tuned. Up soon will be some Temu videos. Thank y'all.